Is it true? I'm so...
I'm supposed to get charisma or charm, but it didn't give me any charm. Hold on. Oh, what that is?
Professor, is it true? I'm so...
Is that what that is? Oh, can I only... Oh, well, that'll explain. Apparently, I can only increase my charm twice per month. Who knew? Who knew? But as a just in case, I'm gonna go to another person, test this out, and then see where we're at. So instead, let's go to Lysithia. She's in here, so could be here. Yep. So we're gonna test this out.
I don't know who's to blame for all this.
So Lysithia, I don't have her favorite blend, but that's okay. This is weird. Definitely learning new things.
I don't know
So,
who's I am grateful.
hey, she accepted. Okay. I say. No, it's fine. We saved. We're fine.
Did you call me? I am grateful. This is delicious.
View from the bridge, guessing someone's age. Tell me about yourself. Probably tell me about. Yep. Mighty weapons, the ideal relationship, your ambitions. Probably ambition. Yes.
I see.
View from the bridge. I'm counting on you. Monastery secrets. Probably monastery secrets. Or I'm counting on you. Yep, I'm counting on you.
Well now. Do you believe in ghosts, Professor? Just wondering.
Chat or laugh. 1 second, chat. I think somebody just knocked. It's my imagination. Anyways. Now, if this doesn't end up working, that's fine. Perfect tea time. Hey.
My hair color is pretty unique, huh?
Yes, it is.
Tea is nice and all, but it's not much good when you don't have sweets to go with it. This is delicious.
Of course you would want. Now, I think... All right. Nope.
Ah, that tea.
All right, let's find out. Did not. Okay. Then I'm just going to reload and I'm just going to go and get skills up. And so, yeah, apparently I can only get my charm up two times per month. I mean, it kind of figures that there would be a level, increase cap. Just wasn't sure. Well, now we know. In case you guys didn't know, now we know. There is a cap on how much charm you can get per month. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and grab a bunch of skills, and maybe getting off for the night. Need to sleep. Well, get some sleep, Grouchy. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you tomorrow. Well, I definitely need to do this. Sure.
It is necessary to be having fresh. One day, I am in agreement.
Not quite. Yeah, no, I'll actually. Yep. Let's go ahead and increase our skills. So we need our faith up. So I think we'll go ahead and actually go up here, get some faith up. Where's that? There you are. There you go.
Learning these things gives me great difficulty.
I can't sing very loud.
It's okay. We're just gonna go ahead and learn some faith. And then some writing.
I'm grateful.
Yeah, there we go.
The glory of progress.
Nice. All right, so faith. So faith went up. Faith is now what? Is now D plus. Definitely need to get it up. Definitely need to get it up. For recruitment. Oh, my magic still. My magic definitely needs improvement. Do, 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 do. Okay. Just had to check something, chat. All right. Carrying on.
Well,
We now need how's our bow? Our bow is an E. Ooh. There's multiple people to learn a bow from.
really?
Unbelievable. What a terrifying story. However, an assassination attempt on Lady Rhea is doomed to fail. Pardon? You think the goal may be different than simple assassination? Intriguing.
It was hacking up a lung out there.
The priceless objects in this room could perhaps draw thieves. However, there's no one but me
They're okay.
who could make use of them.
Faculty training. Oh, you can teach me in writing. Okay. We're good with the sword, so we can actually just start working on bow. No, yeah, let's just start working. Oh, good. Wait, isn't Shamira here? Or can she not teach me any stuff yet?
How's that?
Oh, yeah,
You
she's right
spend
here.
too much time.
Anyone else with the bow?
Professor.
Oh, you.
I've been in town.
No, not the bow. Hell?
Hey, Professor S from I blame all these.
No, but she can teach faith. Sure. Ooh, nice. One more. Doubt I'll ease. Maybe Yuritsa? No. Daryl, you teach me bow. Or is it just...
What's the even so the god they said not
Damn. Wait, hold on.
Oh.
Hey, Professor, I'd love to.
Aha! And you can teach faith. Ooh, nice. But, bow. Yay, it's now D! And I learned the curved shot.
I still have
Finally. A combat art. What's this? Oh, I'll find a... Oh. Well, let's go ahead and save on up. I think next week is gonna end up being combat week. Yeah, next weekend is combat weekend. Yeah, next weekend is combat weekend. So. Okay, let's keep increasing your reasoning.
what?
That, your reasoning is pretty close, but let's go ahead and...
It's all coming together.
Nice. Then let's go ahead and go Faith. Ingrid. Gonna end up becoming the Pegasus. Which is yeah, you'll get it once you get there. So, okay, so currently we don't need to, oh, we need to work you in swords, so. Okay, well, let's go ahead and work your sword. Nice! There it is. I'm gonna guess that this will end up increasing, so we might as well go ahead and
Yes. This isn't.
nice. Okay, Ash. Felix. Oh, Felix, yeah, let's work your reasoning. Oh. It'll just stop anyways. Ash, just continue to work your bow.
This
I'll probably start working him in writing, actually. Because he's probably gonna end up becoming a bow knight. Oh god. Oh god. All right, get him in writing. Oh god, his writing really needs. Oh, I mean, I could reload, but no, it's fine. It's fine. I hope. Means. Yes, execute that. 2 more to go. Keep working up your faith, buddy. Nice.
each new experience.
And then Felix and Reese. Felix and Reese.
I can do better.
Really happy that I actually have this fast forward. I haven't really done anything with Dedu. Probably should do that. Probably should work with Dedu a little bit more. Anyways, begin lecture.
Professor.
Felix would like to speak with me.
You're certainly not going easy on me. You fight like a mercenary, not a knight. You hunger for victory, pure and simple. You may not be aware of it yourself, but I see it.
Should I take that as a compliment?
Indeed. Knights ought to have some hunger. I've always thought so. They depend too much on their swords. Only when they're wrested away do knights consider their hands and feet as weapons. That's not how it was for warriors of old. They weren't limited by their tools. Victory is what matters, not the method of achieving it. That's the attitude to adopt. I detect that in your
Method
style.
of
It
ingenuity.
is plain to see.
No. Ah. That doesn't seem like praise.
You may take it however you like. I believe the difference between us lies within that hunger. But where does it come from? From the start, I was aiming to win. Yet I couldn't defeat you. Then I remembered something you said before.
About your aspirations?
Indeed. I was raised to value strength above all else, whereas you had a reason, an ambition, pushing you toward that hunger. So tell me, what was the reason? Why were you driven to become so strong?
Protect the people of Fulton.
Spoken like a knight. That's not what I would have expected. So that is the source of your hunger. I suppose I must find my own.
I'll help you.
If we're to get along, I think not. I'll be content if you continue to train with me. Perhaps it will come to me as I swing my sword.
Nice. Ash would like to speak with you. Yeah, sure.
Hey, Professor, did I ever tell you what happened with that thief?
No, you didn't.
I went after him, and I did manage to catch up, but
Couldn't get him to pay for the book.
sort of. I actually decided not to make him pay for it. My pockets were pretty empty after that incident, if you want to know the truth. Well, what happened was, when I caught him, I asked him why he stole the book. He said he thought it would fetch a good price and that he really needed the money. He had a sick kid and couldn't pay for medicine.
Sounds like a lot. He didn't look like he old enough to have children.
Oh, maybe you're right. But if he really did have a sick child, that would be a matter of life and death. A little money is nothing compared to that. I'd rather believe a lie than risk someone's life if I'm wrong. And to be completely honest, there was a time when I wasn't so different from him.
You were a thief?
It was a long time ago, and I've put all that behind me now. But yes, I was. My parents died of illness, so I had to provide for my little brother and sister. I did my best to earn money for them legitimately, but I wasn't able to bring home enough. So I turned to thieving. From people on the streets, from shops, even from soldiers. I knew it was wrong, but seeing my brother and sister's smiling faces made me too happy to stop.
Can't imagine what that must have been like.
I really regret that part of my life. I was stupid. But shortly after I turned 9, I crept into a local noble's mansion, aiming to steal whatever I could get my hands on. The noble had all sorts of valuables, but what really caught my eye was a book with a fancy cover. That book was Lug and the Maiden of Wind. The knight in the illustrations was so impressive I just couldn't tear my eyes away.
Go on.
You probably see where this is going. Moments after I grabbed the book, I was caught in the act by the noble. And that noble was none other than Lenato. But Lenato was incredibly kind. Without asking any questions, he gave me the book, and money too. When I told him I couldn't read, he invited me into his mansion, along with my brother and sister. He taught me how to read, personally. So, with the thief I caught in town, I was trying to do the same thing, to be like Lenato. I want to make up for the bad things I've done, to leave this world better than I found it. That's why, even if it wasn't easy on my pockets, I'm proud to say I helped him.
That a little self-indulgent.
I know what you're trying to say. My contribution probably won't change much. And it's not like I have the money to help everyone who's suffering from poverty. Even so, I can't bear to stand by and do nothing. What else could I have done, Professor?
Oh, Mercedes.
You there, youngster. Won't you listen to this old man's troubles? I was born and raised right here in this town. I spent my whole life here. My daughter lives in the Empire, and she sent me a letter to ask if I was keeping up with my daily worship.
Well, hello there, Professor. Is this a friend of yours?
I don't know.
Is that so? I was sure you two knew each other. Is there something we can do for you, good sir?
Oh, what a lovely young lady. I was just telling this kind soul a story.
Really? What's troubling you?
Well, I was thinking of going to daily prayer, but my leg's been acting up and I can't walk properly.
How terrible. That's no good at all. May I be of assistance? I'd be happy to lend a shoulder and escort you to the chapel.
Would you? Oh, I'd be most grateful to you. Thank the goddess for sending this young lady to me today.
We'll need your help too, Professor. Here, sir, take my arm. Splendid work, Professor. He really seemed to appreciate our assistance.
We did a good deed.
Putting a smile on someone's face always seems to brighten up the day. Is something wrong? You're giving me a strange look.
How'd you know something was bothering him?
Oh, how should I put this? I suppose it's just second nature to me.
What do you mean?
It's difficult to describe, but I can usually tell when someone is worried about something. Back there, I could tell that both you and the old man were in distress. I spent a good amount of my life living in the church. Maybe that's why I'm so good at identifying these things?
That's news to me.
Did I not mention that before? I spent nearly 10 years of my life in the Church
Oh,
of
that's
Fathers.
right.
Many came to us with their troubles. In my own time of need, I once ran to the church myself, and they helped me. May I share something with you, Professor? It's about a dream of mine.
What's your dream?
I'd like to work in the church one day. I want to be like the priest who helped me. Never mind. It's not a very realistic dream. Please forget I said anything. If I were someone else, perhaps a commoner without a crest or stature, maybe things would be different. It's a bit sad, but this is the way things have to be. After all, only the goddess can decide our fates.
Let's be quick about this.
All right, let's do this.
How do you like?
Ha! I'll take it.
I'm getting much better.
Am I making progress?
Yes, you are. And now you can heal. Okay, so this is where we would do this would be the weekend we would do combat. But unfortunately, I gotta get going. Thank you guys for coming out to the stream. Hope you had yourselves a fantastic time. Well, chat, this has been fun. This has been an absolute blast. So, we will pick this up tomorrow at 7 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. All right. Man, I'm so happy I'm playing this game. Still, like, essentially relearning stuff and still learning new stuff. Because I didn't know about the charm thing until... I didn't know that... I actually didn't know about the charm thing last time I played this, if I recall. I thought it was just like, oh, it's just like increasing charm. So now looking back, it would actually also explain why I didn't get so much charm back then either. Well, anyways. Guys, thank you for coming out. Hope you had yourselves a fantastic time. Those of you new to the channel, hello, my name is Zircon. I'm an everyday variety streamer. Currently playing, as you can see, Fire Emblem, and absolutely enjoying it. I enjoyed it the first time, and I'm enjoying it now. I'm currently playing the Blue Lions route. Next up will probably will most likely be the Black Eagles. Most likely. But that won't happen until sometime, like a good ways after we beat the Blue Lions route. We'll see. We'll see how things go. And as for what's coming up next, unsure. It really depends on how long we go through this game. We might end up going through a good amount of August playing this game before we're done, because I only stream for about at least 4 hours a day, 3 or 4 hours, well, weekdays, and then maybe 5 to 6 hours on weekends. So I don't stream that many hours a day, but I still try and do as much as I can. So, but definitely for sure in September, we will definitely be playing Wrath of the Righteous upon release. And from the 2nd onwards throughout the entire weekend, we will be doing 12-hour streams, and super excited to play that. I'm actually really excited to do the 12-hour streams and do it properly this time. Last time I tried doing 12-hour streams, I did not do that properly. I actually had started doing it. I actually was doing the from 6 p.m. all the way to 6 a.m. That really screwed up my entire sleeping regimen. It was like, I was very grouchy for the next month. Not happy. And that was with Cyberpunk, and I didn't even finish it. I ended up like completely dropping it. Hey, lo and behold. I mean, I liked it, but there's so much wrong with it. It's like, I'm gonna let this cook before we restart, and we will restart. I don't know when we'll play it. Well, we will at some point get back to it. But if you are interested, go ahead and press that follow button. Helps me out, helps you out, letting you know when I go live, and it would be very much appreciated. And as always, chat, stay active and stay connected. And I hope to see y'all next time. This is Zircon, signing out. Bye, y'all.